So hi everybody. So you don't see me, you just see my vehicle right at the moment. Look who's in there. It's an actual chilly sunny day out here. So I'm going to go around and show you how you're going to want to transport your animals when you go on a trip. So let me show you what I've done. Whee! So this is Miss Lola. Lola is in her new doggy box. And she's doing fine. It's not too hot in here. So it was very shady. The sun just came out, so I thought I better come out and check on her. But she's in front of my son's house. At any rate, that's the box that I was telling you guys about. When you transport your animals, hey, let's not have them loose and all over the place. I don't know if she's going to want to stay in her doggy box. We're going to give this a try. But this dog box I got off of Amazon. And so as you can tell, it had no pockets initially. So I'm just going to kind of push her back so you can see something. Hold on a second. So I actually made pockets for it. So I made this side pocket here. Yes, I know. She wants to get out because I'm here. I made some pockets up in the front here. And then on the other side, there's 3 of them that actually face me. I put her doggy blankets in here. And then because this one, dogs in the neighborhood, this one doesn't have soft rails on the side. I went ahead and I used the stuff you put around the piping. So that's how that went. And then she's right in the middle. What I liked about this dog box, I actually was able to put a pocket here. And this dog box goes around, there's a strap that goes around the headrest. Hopefully you can see that okay. There is a strap that goes on the side here. Let me see if I can find it for you. It's right here. And goes all the way around the seat. There's a second one like this that goes around the seat. So what you want to do is make sure that you have something that's going to latch real firm in the car and on the seat. In addition to that, of course, you put your animal in. This is Lola. She has her harness on. So I would definitely recommend if you're going to travel, have something on your animals. Don't just let them roam around, because if they fall out the window, you know how dogs like to lean out the window, that's a problem. The other problem is if they're roaming around in your vehicle. That happened to my son with his dog. He had a pit bull, and not that the dog was bad, the dog was just jumping around and trying to get up in the front seat. And then he was trying to get her to go back. And when he went to go do that, of course, he wasn't driving straight. Somebody reported him as he was, dangerous driving, and policemen pulled him over, a whole thing. But that's just because the dog was jumping around. So you don't want those problems. Now, Lola here probably wants to get out, and I understand that, but not yet, maybe. So this strap here goes to this actual seat, okay? And that goes on her. And she's just antsy because I know she wants to get out, which I'm going to get her out in a little bit when we're done with this filming. You're the star, Lola. You have to stay there. Stay. Sit down. So that would be the best way to transport. Like, this is how I transport her. Now, my door obviously is closed when I do this. And I keep the window open when I'm driving a little bit, not a lot, because I don't want her, like, leaning or anything. She likes to lay down. This box is a 17 by 17. So right now I think she's more anxious than she is hot, because I keep touching her and she's not hot at all. And it's plenty cold out here because I know I'm cold. But she's in that sun right now, which is going to go down behind a cloud in just a second. But at any rate, I know she's okay. She sees people, so now here goes the barking, which you see on many of my channels. I don't think I can turn this around. If I could, I would, so you could see me. But I think Lola, the star of the show, she and I are going to get off of here soon because there's people coming down the street, and all we're going to get is a bunch of barking. But this is a terrific way. This box, by the way, is on Amazon. It wasn't too expensive. I think it was about $40-some. It just doesn't come real well padded, and it doesn't come with pockets. So I sewed my own pockets on there. I hand stitched these on. Put this around the edges. And then, of course, her blankets inside. So it's not as cushioned as the other one I have, but what I liked, the sides were a little lower, so that makes it easier for her. Be quiet. So the sides are a little lower, which makes it easier for her. Shush. And then in addition to that, yep, I'm gonna close the door. There's too many people. So I can close the door. She's in there. You can see about where she sits, which probably is a good idea so you can kind of see. When she lays down, of course, and you don't see her in there. I'm just waiting for these people to pass. They're walking down the street. The other box that I had to always tie it in with a rope. And it didn't do well with the seat belt. So this one does well with everything. Again, it's on Amazon. I think it was about $45. The company is WGLO. Here's the name of it. WGLO Wooglow. And this box is a 17 by 17. There are bigger ones that the same company makes. Like if you have a bigger dog, you can see the size of Lola. She's probably about 30 pounds. But, and she can lay down in there, so that's a good thing. But as far as if you have bigger dogs, yes, they have it double in size. You can put it on your second row of seats or your back row and attach it. If you wanted to get a box like this and attach it on the floor in a van, minivan, you could. But I would make sure that, again, the box itself is secure, because those straps that it comes with, you could wrap them around something with the seats. So I would strongly suggest that. Just don't leave your animal loose. I tried to tie her on the headrest and had it that way, and then so she could lay down on my bed in the back. I'll show you what I mean. It's kind of messy in here right now, which I don't like you guys to see my mess, but it's messy right now. So at any rate, she would go back here on this bed, right? And I had her tied on that headrest. There's the pillows, and she would lay like right there. You can kind of tell. I gotta wash the blanket, right? So, but I did that in the past. My clothes are up there and those pillows. But then again, she would try to climb over those pillows and get up in the front seat. So that was, you know, not so good. So, and I have this extra seat here, which is great, but I like to use it for my little potty in case there's an emergency. So when I travel, normally that little potty that's down there goes on that seat. So, and in my Facebook videos, I have that. So it explains more about that, but I can do more with the potty thing in the future. But that's how she was. But the trouble is she kept wanting to get up in the front. And when she tries to climb between that space, then I'm always pushing her back. So that's not too good. So I'm just saying, I wouldn't do that. I think this is the best way. She's, like you can see, she's fine. She likes being in there. So she looks forward to when I say we're going to go for a ride. And we are going to go for a ride in a little while. We're going to go back home before it gets too dark tonight. But at any rate, I'm going to take her for a walk in just a minute. So that's why she's kind of anxious. She knows that we're going to go somewhere. I'm glad those people passed, though, because she just barks all the time at people. So there you go. So when you're traveling, van life, car life, SUV, this is an SUV, my CX-5. So it's not super big, but it works. And there you go. So she can sit in there. She's pretty calm in there. When I drive, I can reach her. She can look at me, and then I can pet her on the head. And if I give her a treat, doggy treat, then she's like right there with me. So I would strongly suggest do that. Don't let them loose, because if you get an accident, your dog will go flying just like anything or anyone else. You know, you would secure your child, so secure your dog, is what I'm saying. Now, don't secure your child in the dog box, because that's probably not the best idea. So go ahead and secure your child like you normally would, but then secure your animals this way. Whether they be a cat, if a cat will go in there, that's fine. I used to take my cat in a carrier, so. But she's anxious and wanting to get out, so we're going to go ahead and stop this and let her get out. She'll breathe like that when she gets anxious, and I can tell that's what it is. She's not overheated. It's like 54 degrees out here, so she's definitely not overheated. So, and she's been fine this whole time. My windows were open. She's fine. So, and she's modeling for you. So trust me, she's fine. But I'm just letting you know that's how I traveled. My maiden voyage was like that. When I slept at night, I did let her out of the box, and she did sleep right next to me. She likes to cozy up against my body, and because we're the pack, her and I. So that's what we did. So for now, I'm going to say bye-bye and bless you all. Remember, Van Life with Minister Mary, and Aloha Keakoa comes right after that. So if you found me, you know what it is. Van Life with Minister Mary. Aloha keakua. Do me a favor, if you would, subscribe to this channel. And also go ahead and do a thumbs up, if you will. And let other people know, because I have a few other things on here, and I'll be constantly adding. But we should probably get off. Oh, she sees something else or someone else. Yep, there's somebody coming around the corner. So before we get a bark, bark, bark situation, let me get off of here. But thank you so much for watching. And that is Miss Lola in her new Wuglo box from Amazon. And if you like to make pockets, you can even use your jean pockets. Get a pair of old jeans, cut them off. You can sew them on by hand. You can have your own fancy schmancy box. All right, guys, I will talk to you in the next video. Bye for now.